Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, babe?
I am okay. I thought maybe I had a touch of the corona when I woke up, but I feel better now. I took a walk outside. That kind of helped out a little bit. So
what if that's the cure, right?
Just relax and walk outside. Don't overthink
right.
this, and the corona will leave you.
I did hear a little tidbit. I don't know how true it is. I guess I can do some research if I care enough. But it said that pretty much everybody has had it at one point. Everybody in this country or any heavily populated area has had it and just didn't know, or has it and obviously fatally
Right. And I feel like it's like the flu. I've said I've never had the flu because I don't think I've had it, but I've been really sick before, and it's just a real bad cold.
Yeah.
And it could have been a flu, just like you got really sick, and it could have been the corona.
Straight up, man. In the short, just have you some lysine, some elderberry, and apparently fresh air.
I recommend natural.
Yeah, straight.
Like this whole time, like throughout this whole quarantine and corona season, I've had times where I'm like, ooh, I don't feel good. Ooh, it's tickling my throat.
Right.
Oh, I got a headache. And I never went to the store to buy like cold medicine.
Yeah,
it didn't even cross my
shit.
mind. Like, I need to get some ginger and some apple cider vinegar and drink a bunch of water. Because at this point, I can't trust the medicine.
I got some sinus shit one time, but that was more so just like dusty allergy type shit.
And you know what? If you would get on the train that my mama put me on, you would just use the neti pot, and that'll clear your sinuses out too. Now I did use that yesterday, and I almost wanted to contribute it to why my nose was stuffy this morning. But
dirty water.
No, I use bottled water.
Ooh.
So
I'm sad.
you're not supposed to use sink water. No, it's Kroger brand. But maybe it was just like stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Like I loosened it or whatever, and now it's all coming out. Anyway, take care of yourself.
Straight up.
Natural. If you can find holistic remedies first, do that first. Because I don't know, it's real statistics, but 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to help you out more in the long run.
Right.
It probably will take longer to work.
But you got time though.
But I mean, if you're not like dying, I would definitely like do the holistic route for sure.
Real quick, shameless plug. I definitely wanted to say this, and know they are not a sponsor, but we just really fuck with the service. Linktree. If you're any type of entrepreneur, you're doing a lot of stuff, you got a lot of hands and a lot of pots, Linktree is a life hack for you. Instead of sending everybody to all your separate links or sending this and sending that.
Yeah, go to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Find me on YouTube. Find me on this. It's all in one place.
Straight up.
So they can go where it's your Instagram page or Twitter or whatever. Click that link and it's all up there for them to see.
You can just see your Linktree link.
You can
know
just
what I'm
see your
saying?
Linktree
Save it to your clipboard. Send that
Yeah.
shit out when you need to. It's super cool, super easy. So check it out if you haven't used it yet. Again, not a sponsor, but we out here.
I mean, if they want to pay us to sponsor for them, holla at me.
Right, holla at me. Anyway, so y'all already know y'all can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Buzzsprout, and YouTube now. Woo-hoo. Check us out. Anyway, like we said, it's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. So we're gonna hop right in it. First thing first, get the boring stuff out the way, or not so much boring, but just like shit you gotta do.
Another day.
Right, eat
in
the frog.
Trumpville.
If you never read that book, it's a good book. You ever read that book?
No, my boss always said eat your frogs for breakfast.
Yeah, you gotta read it. It's dope. Anyway, but first thing first, Donnie T, that boy Donald J. Trism.
What did the J stand for?
Jambalaya.
It was racist. Never mind. I was going to say something so bad. Okay, jambalaya is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jambalaya Trump. Anyway, so his administration, you was telling me a little bit earlier, and I thought, definitely worth talking about, and you put it in my mind. But we saw all over social media how ICE, I think it's like, I don't fucking know what ICE stands for. It's some
Immigrants. I don't know either. I'm just
corrections efforts or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I'll Google it. But they, along with Donald Trump, passed a bill to send any kid that is doing international studies. So you got your Iowas, you got your local colleges, anywhere people.
And I just want to put, they do have a visa.
Oh, and the kids got visas, like study visas, right? Valid study visas. They are sending them home if they can take online classes next year. You know, it's a lot of stuff up in the air when it comes to education for next year.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are going online, and they're saying that any international kid that can do online has to go back to their country. How you feel about it?
If your college or university is offering a fully
online experience,
online classes, then they say you have to go back. That's stupid. Because they have a visa to be here. They didn't know Corona was going to hit. Nobody, well, the government, I'm sure knew Corona was going to hit. Feel it in my heart. But us regular people didn't know Corona was going to hit. They definitely didn't know. So, and if it did or if it didn't, like, I have a legal pass, a visa to be here for school. I'm here for school. So just because my college is saying, yes, take classes online for your safety and for our safety, oh, well, there's no need for you to be in this country then.
And you said...
They have other resources here that they may not have in their other countries. You know, so just because they're not allowed to go to school and have to take their classes online, if they wanted to still
work here, make more money,
and
send back home.
But that's what they don't want.
And you said something earlier, and I've been racking my brain just trying to find any example because, you know, I like to play devil's advocate. I like to just see what the other side is like. But you said something like, what does this do? What does this help by sending these kids away? Like, because they've been here. So if they're infected with coronavirus, they got it here.
If you let them come with their visas, everything's all good. Their visa hasn't expired. Why are you sending them back?
And just
you're
for
afraid
what?
They're taking up our resources? Can't be afraid of that because you let them come here.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
initially. And what fucking resources, bro? Like, these are just, it's a very small...
They eat this fake-ass fruit. They probably want to go back home and eat fruit with real seeds in it. I'm sorry. That's the topic near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, straight up. But also, too, I was thinking, so you try to send all these kids back. Do you think that these countries just going to accept a bunch of, like, people who've been living in America? Like, we got the most outrageous numbers when it comes to coronavirus. Do you think they just going to be like, oh, well, yeah, since you were born here, you can come back with the disease and spike us the fuck up?
Right. They probably definitely will not let them come back. Not right now, anyway.
Yeah, hell no. This shit's stupid.
So, just as we think it's stupid, a lot of other people thought it was stupid, too. So Harvard and MIT, some of the big schools, sued the administration. Straight up. Like, the fuck, this is crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? And so without those efforts, and I'm sure other things, and people probably were, petitioning and all that stuff, they rescinded that bill. So that's not happening anymore.
It was stupid from the jump. I mean, it's good that, you know, whoever came to their senses and was like, bro, this is stupid. But the fact that it got out to the public, to where we're sitting here talking about it right now.
Or the fact that these schools have to sue the administration.
If they didn't, then what? You feel me?
know, like, it's so dumb. Like, why is this on the forefront of the administration's mind? Let's send these kids back. Yeah. They can't even go to actual school, so we got to send them back. Out of here. That's what you're thinking about right now? In the midst of fucking Corona. Let's think about that. Let's think about how can we bring our numbers down instead of trying to send our small children back to school. So you'll send our small babies back to school, and then say if the schools don't cooperate, then you're going to, take their funding. So you'll let the babies go back to school, but you like, well, we let them go, but get these other people out.
On some ultimatum shit too, like do it or else. Like that's what be killing me.
Ridiculous. It's like you doing all this, you making the kids go back so they can get sick. You kicking these people out because the school is trying to prevent them from getting sick. And then you're doing all this extra shit, but you're not thinking about how can we slow this down?
Do you think
we look like idiots out here? I hate losing races, and we have the most cases out of like all of these countries, and we're losing, and I hate losing.
It's perspective. Some would say we're winning. No, I'm fucking with you.
But, we got the most.
Do you think that those Ivies did that, like sued because they just generally care about their students, or for the
do
money?
I think that it was pure, like their intentions were pure? No, absolutely not. I think it definitely had something to do with money. Right,
because to go to school internationally is not cheap. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna shame like Harvard or none of them, because at the end of the day, they did what they did, and they to a point got it rescinded. Whatever their reasons may be, but I definitely think it was for the money.
I think the sweet, optimistic side of me that think, you know, everything's gonna be all right. It's like, yes, they care about all of their students. But then the real side of me is like, nah, I'm sure it's some money tied up. They probably gonna lose a lot of money.
You know how much it costs for you or me to go to Harvard, and we was born here.
Right.
International, that shit is real, my boy.
Yeah, so that I know they was like, no, let's wrap this up. But either way, like you said, you know, it's helping the students, and they just, you know, they want a different culture. And, you know, it's a lot of being it. I'm sure if I went to school in like London, I would be like, it's more than just going to this university. You learn so many other things, and
you know what? I didn't even think about that. It's white international kids too, and so with that being said, I guess you can't call it racial, but then that's why they would say it's not racial. You feel me? It's a lot more minority international kids than white kids, but they'll say, well, we're kicking the white kids out too, and bullshit like that.
I guess it wouldn't be racist when it, like, I guess it would just be like, what's the other word? Prejudice.
Prejudice, right. True.
I guess, at that point.
Well, you know, and I try not to hot right the race all the time. I mean, it's been that way lately because, I mean, shit is what it is. I mean, you know, I'm not going to be blind to it, but whatever, you know.
Well, after all this, my switch flipped. Everything's racist.
Everything.
I think my first thought, racist. Like, you only did that to black people, to everybody.
Well,
that's not good though.
Right. Now, one thing that is racist that we were talking about today is the situation with Nick Cannon. You want to give a little backstory on that?
So I actually just read, I don't know if it just came out today, but I just saw it today.
I saw that shit like 2 days ago, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a little late on that, but so Nick Cannon, we all know him. I love him. Some people, not his rap career, but his hosting abilities, and they talk about his rap career. Everybody talk about that shit. But his hosting abilities and all the other things, his companies are incredible, and all that stuff. So he's just like really doing it. Anyway, he has a podcast called Cannon's Class. You know, podcasts, it kind of give you the free will to talk how you want to.
I mean, you see what we do.
Right, just say what you want to say, basically. And we in America, freedom of speech sometimes.
First Amendment.
But, so he was speaking, I guess, on white people and called them savages and another term. Now, I didn't watch the interview, so I don't know in what context.
So, the context was about the history. And I even talk about it from time to time that everything comes from something, right? So you think about like black people, generally from Africa, an abundant earth, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you would need is in Africa. Asia, abundant earth, South America. But white people traditionally come from like Switzerland and like Slavic Nordic countries, right? And so it was always scraping to get it to where you develop this mentality of us over everything, and it's like you a savage, you a real, like you have no heart because I gotta survive, so you get to killing. So that was the context by saying white people derive from savages, and so they are the true savages because they're the ones who go out, pillage and rape and steal from everybody like a savage would.
Yep. I don't think it was wrong by that. You didn't even have to explain it to me. I was like, duh. Like lies, cheats, steals, pedophilia.
Which kind of makes me wonder, how could this not just be y'all feel away about somebody calling you on your shit? You know what I'm saying? Like a hit dog a holler. Like you're mad to the point where, and we'll get more into it, but like you're mad to the point where you're gonna take this guy's companies and his shit. And I always try to give props where I can, like to the Tyler Perrys of the world, and definitely the Nick Cannons of the world, like somebody who really works hard and is, you know, really changing the game. So y'all willing to take it away. And then I saw the headline saying that it was an anti-Semitic comment. And they tried to push this narrative that I've been hearing a lot lately about like black people versus Jewish people. When I don't really think that's
black versus everybody at this point, honey.
But like they tried to kick it like that when he was really, from the parts that I saw, was just talking about white people in general and was not wrong in my honest opinion. I mean, that's where white people come from. They don't want to
be painted that way. That's why they try to paint us that way. They trying to throw the blame over here. And I do want to, you know, say that he was let go or released from Viacom CBS, which houses companies like VH1, MTV, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, and some other things too. So when I first saw the name Viacom CBS, I was like, what he got on CBS? I don't even think he got no show on CBS. But then I saw it said VH1 and MTV, and I was like, oh shit, that's all his stuff right now. Yeah. But he has other business ventures. I'm sure he has lots of money saved up. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts his own network. I would be all for it. I will watch it. I support him. Or team up. Shit, Diddy got a whole thing. Maybe if they cool, they can work together. You know, he got Revolt, and who knows?
At the end of the day,
it's not over for him at all.
Yeah, but the blatancy of this whole situation, like y'all trying to kick it like this man just really goddamn butt hurt y'all. When meanwhile, it's fucking Pocahontas, like we were talking about earlier.
So many things.
You know what I'm saying? 12 Years a Slave, Roots, goddamn, any other slave movie. Y'all so quick to push that because it's history. But when somebody bring up your very real history that you try to sweep under the rug,
they don't want to see it because, like you said, the stuff that they put out, like Pocahontas and stuff like that, or just any other racist thing, like it may be a little dab of truth, but then they add some other stuff. Yeah. When we talk about that shit, it's the truth. All of it.
Not even a little bit.
You know what I mean? These are facts and figures. But they don't want to be painted as the villain. That's why you call a white person a racist. I'm not a racist. You just call me a nigga. You ain't a racist. Like, you know what I mean? They don't want that. Oh no. Yeah. So let's put it on the Latino people. Let's put it on the black community. Let's put it on the Asian community. Let's make all these things about these people because we don't want to look in the mirror.
Right. Black on black crime.
You know what I mean? White on white crime. Asian on Asian crime.
What the fuck
Hispanic
is that?
on Hispanic crime. It's just two people of the same race killing each other. Like,
isn't that
it's
just crime? I mean,
you don't say black on white crime. You don't say it was black on Hispanic crime. Yeah. You just say black on black crime. Like
that's an episode for another day. That shit did catch me off guard. I do agree with you. I don't think this shit is gonna kill him by any means. But it is crazy to think about, like MTV, right? So, I mean, they views dwindle all the time. If you check their numbers, yeah, they shit go up and down. Really, that was like an anchor. Wilding Out is like an anchor, and they're talking about cutting that shit.
That's the only reason why I watched it. And then I think it came back. But I know it was on MTV2 for a minute, but then I think it came back to regular MTV. But it's just like,
that's just next level, bro.
As long as MTV don't own Wildin' Out stuff, I don't know if they do.
I think he trademarked all the names and shit like that, but I think that's their show.
So if he got what he got, he can just take that shit out on the road. Well, once things get back popping, because they was doing that anyway.
Right. I mean, or just adapt it to something else, the same way MTV will, because they're not going to take away a working formula. They're just going to change the ingredients. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like this. If they have another show that's similar to Wild Now, it's called something else with a new cast, of course we're going to see some of our people on that show because it's an opportunity for them. Right. Not hating on them. Right. But I will say that unless it's funny as hell, everybody's going to call you lame.
Yeah, it's corny.
It's corny. Things like, it's just like the new... all that on Nickelodeon. It's like, what the hell? Don't even do this.
Because, well, no shade to them kids or whatever, but that's not.
It's a great opportunity for them. And that's what always take your opportunity. But it's like they should never rebooted it. Left what it was. Yeah. And that's how I feel like if they gonna do this, one, it's not gonna be the same. Two, now you got negative behind it. Like y'all took that away from Nick Cannon, gonna try to do fake shit. So it's just not gonna work out. I hope they don't try it.
Yeah, this shit's super corny. The fact that they're doing it is really kind of shocking to me. Like you said, it's not very much shit on there already.
It's not.
And people just don't watch TV the same way that they do. So to be doing something so petty like this, it just seems a little, it's like, come on, bro.
And then you think about it, like, at this point, I know me, like, I'm not watching cable. I'm watching Netflix, Hulu, whatever else.
YouTube,
I'm not even watching that. So the times that I may have, like, let me see. Yeah. I'm probably, we watched Wildin' Out that other night. That was the first time I watched cable TV in a minute.
Straight up, though, I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, a Netflix or a Hulu picked that shit up in no time. You feel me?
As long as, like, they ain't buying it, MTV ain't got it binding in no weird way. But Netflix is rich. So if they would, they would definitely pay them off. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how that shit go. Again, Nick Cannon's not gonna be hurt. No. We're gonna always keep him in mind.
And
he's still a hero.
Throw this, but his baby mama is Mariah Carey. So if they on good terms, I'm sure.
Ain't no shortage. They done made plenty of money together.
He's smart. He's a smart one.
Anyway, switching gears one last time here. So we talking about Tory Lanez and his run-in with the law.
And his partner in crime, best friend, Meg the Stallion. I don't know what they are. They just hanging, I guess. Just friends, homies.
Right, and I think they live in the same neighborhood with a lot of other celebrities.
And
so
it's probably nice. Yeah,
right.
They seem like they like Kiki. They both be. So anyway, they've been hanging out. They went to a party. Him and Tory and Megan went to a party at Kylie Jenner's house. Yeah. Mind you, and I saw this because it was like they went to Kylie Jenner's house and they went to another house party. I'm like, so they don't respect Corona either. Okay, so anytime people try to come at me or anything I see on Instagram, that'd be like, not me because I don't go nowhere. Yeah. But it'd be like, y'all need to wear your mask. If I see a celebrity, it's like, stay in. I'm be like, I know it wasn't just Kylie, Tory, and Megan at this party.
Well, no, so they went live for a quick second, and they had music blasting over there. I saw this on the ground. So they go live, and then somebody assistant ran up and was like, LAPD is outside. We got to turn the music down. Kylie hyped right to it because I think they was at her house. She was like, oh, okay.
They were at her house. She probably don't need that shit. But yeah, so they were at her house. She had a pool party to make it even worse for Corona. Anyway, they were having a pool party, having fun, kikiing, good time. Yeah. So then they left. She was at her house. Tory and Megan left to go to another party in Hollywood Hills, house party, where it was a commotion being heard outside, like an argument. Next thing you know, it was like a gunshot, I think it was. And then a black SUV left. So the cops came, followed the SUV. Right. Turns out it was Tory, Megan, and some other lady in the car. They arrested Tory because he had a concealed weapon.
And I got to do a little more research, because was it his gun or? Because
I didn't know that was illegal. I feel like,
as far as what I know about carrying concealed licensing, if you have your license.
Unless he's not supposed to have a gun, like if there's some kind of probation or something. But I didn't know that was illegal. And apparently it's like a felony. Right. But people riding around with guns and cars all the time. So I had to look at that a little bit more.
How do you get your gun from the house?
And it must have been pretty serious because his bail was $35,000.
Which is beyond.
And he got out real fast, though.
I mean, I don't think that's hurting him, but that's beyond me. Why is it 35 bands to get out of jail?
It must have. I don't know. It must have been. He must got something on him, or we have to look at that law.
Yeah, when some friends, some of my friends get locked up and they gotta pay $10,000 to get out of jail. What the fuck? Yeah. What to do? What?
I don't know.
Talk about
they're just trying to rob you and all that stuff. And he's still gonna have to go to court. Right. All that stuff.
Pay court fees and shit. They gonna hit his ass, which is fucking crazy. Cause
he's a celebrity too, they kind of
make an example.
Hit the pockets. Also, but I do also want to mention Megan. She went to the hospital. She cut her foot on some glass in the car.
Wow. I mean,
that gun went off, so maybe something happened.
It's more to that story, and I mean, if it develops, then we'll keep following. But it's not that big a deal. It was just interesting that he got locked up with so many things up in the air. Like I said, it wasn't his gun. Right. Isn't he licensed? Right. What happened at this party?
So they're okay. He's out. I'm sure she's fine if it was a cut on her foot, unless she got gangrene or something crazy.
She's a savage.
It was some dirty glass. But that's no big deal. But what was a big deal was finding out that Tory Lanez is 5'3" and 120 pounds.
That was my wrestling weight in the 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? That man is little.
I knew he was short and small, but I didn't know he was that. I'm bigger than him.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then they were making fun of, because Megan is tall and voluptuous and thick, and so it's like that movie. What? I don't know, it's an old movie, a real tall man, like Danny DeVito.
Oh, fucking twins with yeah. Straight up.
That. But whatever. Friendship is friendship.
Yeah, but I don't think they fucking around.
Is not. They probably tried it.
He's a pocket size.
They say
celebs and
big
shit,
things come in small packages. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny, but you know, and he like carried himself well though, like.
But you know what?
He's like scrappy dude. You know, ready to fight. But like a little fella.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, short guys need love too. You know,
I suppose. I mean, he ain't hurting for shit, bro.
Nah, he got the hoes apparently. So
definitely paid $35,000.
Yeah, he could get knee surgery if he wanted. Be taller.
Get some permanent stilts.
He can do what he want to do.
I'm gonna have to cook his ass.
But it's just because he's small too. Yeah. Like I've seen Bobby Valentino in person. He's short, but he a little thicker. You know what I mean? Like or when I think about like Kurt Franklin, he looked short, but he looked like thick. Like he worked out. Like he got muscles and stuff. I'm sure he's more than 120. I'm more than 120. So
I mean that shit's amazing. Anyway. That was pretty much all the shit that we had. I mean, it's a lot of other stuff that's been going on in the news.
Yeah, definitely.
But some shit is just too negative. I mean, of course, we're gonna talk about political shit because like that's governing us. But we try to just take a step back from all the negativity, unless it's just like it needs to be spoke about because it can get a little damn and it can get a little stressed out.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and I look at it every day, and for at least 30 minutes, I'm down in the dumps.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, man, for what, bro? It's coming from every angle.
Yeah.
So.
Really, in this time, we always preach it, but you know, it never hurts to say it again. Take care of your mental state. You know what I'm saying? If you go to church, go to church. If you just meditate. If you just need to take a walk by yourself, just make sure you protect your chicken in the words of the great Marshawn Lynch.
Protect your chicken?
Protect your chicken, young nigga.
Is that your mind?
Yeah, it means everything. It means your bag, your mental state, your family. You gotta take care of yours so that you can keep reaping from it. You feel what I'm saying?
And like these days, that's all I've been concerned about.
Yeah.
My spiritual life, myself, my family, and my friends.
And your chicken.
And my chicken.
There you go.
Everything else will be provided.
Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Unless you got anything else you want to add on, baby.
Nah, man. Oh, that's a cat. Sorry. I thought it was a big ass squirrel.
Yeah, we can see out the window in the studio here, and our neighbor kind of let her big ass cat squirrel
just roam around.
It's a sweet cat. I ain't even gonna do it like that.
Woo, sorry.
But yeah, we just gonna wrap it up. And as always, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor.